4 minutes past the hour. Happy Friday, TGIF. Jeff hanging out with you in the KIX 96.5 studios. We love featuring indie artists on the show. And now it's time to chat with singer-songwriter Cooper Greer. Cooper just released his brand new single called Thinkin Bout It. He's up for Entertainer of the Year at this year's International Singer-Songwriters Awards show. And we're excited to have Cooper on the show. First, Cooper, thanks for coming on.
Hey, man, thanks for having me.
Well, wow, from working for a tree service to a country star. How did this happen, Cooper?
It has been quite the ride. I would say it all happened when I started getting into the rodeo business.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I actually, one of my best friends, he was in the rodeo. He used to be a bull rider, and he convinced me to go get on one day. And I kind of got addicted, so I did that for about 3 years. And kind of got addicted to being on the road and stuff, and got a lot of ideas for writing songs. You know, I always kind of played around at campfires and stuff like that after rodeos and whatnot. So whenever I got out of that, I had to have something else to do to get my adrenaline going. So the next logical thing to do, I guess, was get on stage.
Yeah, for sure. You grew up in North Carolina. Did you live in Texas for a while?
I did not live in Texas. I lived in Oklahoma for a very short period.
Oklahoma, maybe. Because somebody said online that they liked you because they lived somewhere, and I looked it up, and it was Texas, and I was like, well, maybe you lived in Texas or something. But so when did it start? Was it before COVID? Because I saw some things that were like 3 years old.
Yeah, no. So I started putting the band together and stuff actually before. I was doing acoustic shows, and things had kind of sort of taken off for me a little bit in that respect. So I started the band up. And as soon as we kind of got off the ground a little bit and got our wings started flying, and next thing you know, here comes COVID. So all that meant was we had plenty of time to practice and start getting everything together and write songs. So when whenever COVID got over and done with, we decided we go ahead and hit it hard and get on the road as fast as possible. And haven't slowed down since.
Yeah, well, that's good. So you were able to stay positive. You didn't think, well, all this work and now we just got sunk.
Oh, man, you always got to be looking for the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, it's kind of funny. Your brother Mason, is he still your merch guy and your van driver?
Yeah, man. He still comes out and helps out whenever he can. I think he may be going on a run with us this year. Actually, we're getting ready to do a big tour, go to New York and New York, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, all that stuff. And I think he's going to come back out on the road for a while. Yeah, you've got a ton of tour dates coming up in August and beyond. It's amazing. Are you doing all this yourself? So I was doing a lot of the booking by myself before, and I actually took on a new management guy. I wasn't even say a management company yet, but it's a friend of ours that we made through doing some booking and stuff. And he was like, he's got a booking company. We got started up working with him, and he's really opened some doors for us.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, go check him out on Facebook. Go look up Cooper Greer Music. He's also on Instagram and TikTok. Go to Spotify and listen to his latest stuff. Thinkin Bout It, his latest single, is out now. Well, you kind of wear your emotions on your sleeve. This song Drugs, which was also, the video was featured on CMT, which is awesome. But is this autobiographical?
Some of my stuff is autobiographical, and some of it's stuff that I've witnessed happening around me. You know, friends and family and stuff like that. So kind of you have to draw from different places. But I try and write all my stuff from a really close, fairly personal space. So it's definitely got a lot to do with, you know, some of it's me and some of it's the people around me and stuff like that I've, things I've witnessed and stuff, especially with that song.
Yeah. Well, and up for International Singer-Songwriter Association, you're up for Entertainer of the Year, Rising Star, Album of the Year. You were nominated for 8 awards. How long have you been in ISA?
I actually just joined about a year and a half ago, maybe.
Yeah, because I hadn't heard about you before. I looked up and I was like, holy crap, where'd this guy come from?
Yeah, man, we tried to come in swinging.
Yeah, and then what was you were the Songwriter of the Year in 2022 for the CCMAs?
Yeah, so the CCMAs, I got nominated for a Songwriter of the Year, and I think it was Entertainer of the Year. We ended up taking home the Songwriter of the Year award, so I was pretty stoked with that. Yeah, and those are the Carolina Country Music Awards, right? That's correct, yeah.
So, I mean, that's got to feel pretty cool for a kid from North Carolina.
Oh, man, I was over the moon. Like when we were there and they finally called my name, because I kind of it was toward the end of the show too, and I was kind of, things are winding down. I was like, I wasn't worried if I got it or not. And then when they finally called my name, I was pretty happy.
Yeah, you had to be ecstatic. What's going on in the Carolinas? It seems like the last couple of weeks we've had like 4 or 5 artists from either North Carolina or South Carolina.
Man, I'll tell you what, after COVID, I swear, it seems like the music scene around here has started to kind of explode. I've started connecting with a lot of other artists that are, just kind of coming out and getting their thing going and stuff. And there's a bunch of new venues starting to open up. And, I think all the people that were kind of scared to get into the bar business or into the, venue business are starting to kind of get their confidence back in what's going on and decide to go ahead and start doing something. We got a pretty nice little scene getting started out here now.
Yeah, it's impressive, that's for sure. Are you still living in Greenville?
Yeah, so I'm back and forth. I've got a place I stay in Nashville about a week out of every month, and then I'm here in Greenville the rest of the time whenever we're not on the road.
Okay. Because I mean, you got to be dabbling in Nashville as hard as you're working.
Oh, yeah, man. You got to be there, but I'm a coastal boy, man. I've got to be close to the water. Got to be able to go fishing and stuff, you know what I mean? So I have a hard time leaving it behind.
Yeah, that's for sure. What kind of fishing do you do?
So I do, a lot of drum, speckled trout, stuff like that, and then I do a little bit of spear fishing and free diving myself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man, anything that involves the water. If I had gills, I'd live in it.
Yeah. Well, your live shows, if you go check them out, your live shows look like they're off the hook, Cooper.
Well, that's thanks to the fans, man. Our fan base is particularly rowdy, I think. So we have a lot of fun with it. We try and kind of ride that fine line between rock show and a country show too. We try and kind of amp things up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you are rocking. What were you listening to growing up?
Man, I went through phases for sure, just like everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
But I was a big rock music fan early on. I listened to a lot of like 3 Days Grace, Breaking Benjamin, and stuff like that. A little bit of a metalhead when I was a kid, and then really started getting into song. When I started getting into songwriting, that's when I really got into country music too. So, not to mention that the lifestyle I live matches more with country music, but I always like the heavy guitars and the big drums and stuff in rock. So we kind of try and blend those two things together every time I get the chance.
Yeah, well, and I saw one video, you're doing the Cranberry Zombie, and the crowd's just going insane.
Man, it's crazy to me that song kills live no matter where you go. And it's bridged the gap between generations, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I think there was a band called the Bad Wolves, and they came out and redid it a few years back, probably 2018 maybe.
Yeah.
And when they did it, it just they put that song back out there for the next generation, and people absolutely love that song.
I think that was like the best-selling single of the year when they did that song, which was just amazing. And then you do it, and the crowd just goes nuts. I can't believe it. But yeah, my wife loves that song, which that tells you something right there. It's got to be a good song if my wife likes it. Oh, it can't hurt you, Cooper, because you're a good-looking guy. You've got a bunch of ladies in the crowd.
There's a few of them around for sure.
Watch out, guys. Your girlfriends are going to want to go watch Cooper Greer in concert. Thinkin Bout You, your latest single. Tell us about the song.
Yeah, man. So Thinkin Bout It. I was actually, when I wrote this song, I wrote it a while back, and I was sitting on a dock. We had a load-in somewhere, like a beach bar or something. I was out there sitting on this dock thinking about it, trying to figure out writing this song. And, sometimes you end up in a situation when you're on the road all the time. You've got somebody you're dating or something like that, and they're worried about you. They think you're, like, not taking it seriously because you're always gone. It's like, we're on the road. I mean, I'm doing 150-plus shows a year at least. So I'm on the road and gone a lot. And I was sitting there trying to explain, like, hey, it's not that I don't care. It's not that, this, that, or the other, but, like, I'm always thinking about it. Like, and it clicked. I was like, I got to go write this song. So as soon as we got done with the show for the weekend, I got back home and sat down and wrote that song, and that's kind of where all that came from.
Yeah, he's thinking about it, whether he's there or not. I mean, being on the road so much, what do you like being on the road? Different city? I mean, because it's not easy traveling all over heck and back.
Oh, no, and it's one of those things, too, is because you don't realize, you're on the road, a lot of people think you get to go see everything and do everything.
No.
You roll into a town, you get there, you get checked into the hotel, you go to sound check, you get sound check done, you go get dinner, and then it's time to change clothes and go play. So you really don't get to see as much as you want to, but that's kind of the allure of it, because every time you get to a city, you get to go back and you get an hour or two here, 2 or 3 hours there, and get to go check out something new there and kind of meet some more people and stuff, and you start building the community in each town.
Yeah, no, he's all over the place. If you go check him out, Cooper Greer Music, I mean, from August 4th through pretty much like October, I mean, November 4th, you were on the road the entire time.
Yeah, pretty much, about 2.5, 3 months.
And is this the whole band?
Yeah, it's the whole band. We're doing some shows with Jaco and some shows with Scotty McGreary, and then some headliner shows and stuff too. So it's going to be a wild late summer, early fall, I guess. Yeah,
it is. Man, you're not going to know where you are about 2 months into that thing.
One of my biggest fears is getting on stage and saying, like, when you see videos of people that get up on stage and like, all right, how are we doing tonight? And they name the wrong city.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to have to start taking making notes or whatever before each show.
Well, exactly. On your set list, on triple size font, you put the city name right at the top of it. So you know.
Yeah, especially you can especially if you name the wrong city, like a rival city or something.
Oh yeah. You're going to be hated.
Oh, exactly. You can make enemies just as fast as you can make friends.
That's what somebody said. They were in Nashville and said, "Good evening, Memphis," or something. That was not the right thing to do.
That's a rough one.
No, that's not a good one. Well, there's an F-bomb in Thinking About It, which, for a country song, what were you, I mean, did you want to leave it in? Did you have thoughts about it? What?
Well, so we ended up, there's a radio edit version out there too. But for me, like, when I write a song, I feel like that was out of probably the conversation that was had,
Yeah.
And I try not to, when I'm writing a song, I want it to be as real as possible. I don't like to pull any punches. And I felt like if I didn't put that out there, that I would be, pulling a punch pretty much. I wouldn't be really, conveying what was going on at the time that I wrote that song.
Yeah, he's staying real. He's staying true about what he's talking about. Goals? What are we reaching for, Cooper?
I mean, we're gonna drive this thing until the wheels come off of it. But I would say, I've always told people this, is that if I could, like, play in Red Rocks that's my like, I made it moment. I feel like if I can I want to play Red Rocks out in Colorado. That's my big one. So that's like the ultimate goal that I have off in the distance always.
That's funny because Six Gun Sally, who was supposed to be on this morning, that's what they said, is they wish that was their goal, was to play Red Rocks. That's amazing. Have you been there?
I've never been there. I've gone past it when I was out in Wyoming and Colorado and stuff. Never got a chance to check it out, but I've seen so many videos and pictures of like other bands playing out there, and there's just something about that place, man. It seems to be a special place. Oh,
it's awesome. I've been there many times, and
well, now I'm officially jealous of you. So.
Well, I'll tell you how old I am. My first show was in 1995 at Red Rocks, and then I didn't go back I went for years, and then I didn't go back for like 10 or 15 years, and I walked in, and you could just feel it come over you. I mean, it's such a special place, and it's just the history, and it's beautiful. It's awesome. Yeah, dude, definitely at least check it out.
Who'd you see there?
Oh, I've seen all kinds of bands. My first show was Fish back in 1995.
Fish.
And then I've seen Blues Traveler, Big Ed Todd. I just saw Goose, King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard, all kinds of bands.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm kind of a rocker, but
I feel you. I feel you there.
Yeah, but man, it's impressive. You mentioned Wyoming. We're in Wyoming. Have you played out here?
No, I haven't played out there. So my best friend that I used to ride with back in the day, he was from Wheatland, Wyoming.
Oh,
so
wow.
So I spent a couple trips go out there. We just always had these dumb missions to go out there and buy a truck and drive it back across the. Hey, if we fly out here, we can buy this truck and then we can sell it to this guy, and we can make our money back for flying out there and hit up a couple rodeos in between or something.
Nice.
So all kinds of crazy adventures and harebrained schemes.
Yeah, no, you definitely need to come out here and play some shows or check out a rodeo or two.
Oh, for sure, man. I haven't been back it's probably been 4 or 5 years since last time I was out there. So I'm itching to get back out west, man. I love it out there.
Yeah, go and check him out. Cooper Greer. He's on Facebook, Instagram. Go look up Cooper Greer Music. He's also on TikTok. Think About It is his latest single, and you're going to hear it right now. Cooper, well, appreciate it. You got any plans for the 4th?
I think so. I'm taking it easy. This is actually the first 4th of July that I'm taking off in like 4 years. So I think we're gonna put the boat in the water. I've got a couple of little acoustic things I'm gonna go play it. Just local stuff. Go out to the beach for a while and stuff. But that's about it.
Yeah, and if you're listening out east or down south, go check him out because, from August 4th through November 4th, it's nonstop hitting the road for Cooper Greer. Well, think about it. Here it is. Thanks so much, Cooper.
Thank you, buddy.
It's KIX 96.5.